And just like that, Gervonta Tank Davis goes absolutely viral off of nothing. Gervonta Davis is such a superstar in the world that he don't even have to do much in order to get the world's attention. You're clicking on the video, just random post. In this video, I'm going to break it down why Gervonta Davis's opponents continue to clout chase. And I'm going to give you my truest thoughts. So stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, I love my job. Reason being, I'm a content creator. I make content, dummy. So with that, I'm able to speak my truest thoughts, get paid for it, and have a record. Is when you're online, for the years that I've been online, making pure content by yourself, one man on fire. Yeah, I'm like John Creasy. Okay, okay, right? It's automatic record keeping. There is a file. It's like the online business is like an online filing cabinet. So you could go to the evidence locker room, go through the filing cabinet, and then find the evidence from a case from the 90s or the 80s, right? If you're well organized. And that's what the internet does for me, and I'll forever be grateful. Shout out to the fans. Now, Gervonta Davis, he don't even have to do nothing to go viral at this point, right? Despite all the hate, despite all the content creators and the Haniacs and Shakur Stevenson fans and Keyshawn fans and all these other rabid fan bases that try to hoist their guy up by mentioning Tank, is undeniable, bro. And I'm going to show you real quick. Boom. Tank literally posted a video with a Ja Morant jersey, and he put the phone on the ground, angled it up, stepped back, and said like this, and did a little shimmy, yimmy, yah, right? And did a little bop with his feet, stood up, went like this, and everybody picked it up. Not to mention, it was a post and delete. You see it right here on WorldStar, right? They're getting X amount of views off of this. 22K likes off of this, right? Boom. Hollywood Unlocked, another big media imprint, posting Tank, like literally he's not even doing nothing crazy. Me, Boxing Ego, I'm posting it, right? Errol Spence like this. Shout out to my boy EJ. Hey, start that kid. Yeah, right? I'm posting it. Look, the video is simple. Bro, I don't even know what that was. That's on the Avenue 2. That's the Baltimore scoop up. Nagala boot, right? He just hit the little dance, posed, flexed, back on the gram, showing he cool, and everybody got no choice. Gervonta Davis posts interesting video. So I state what I've always stated when it comes to Tank Davis. Tank is the face of boxing. Like even Canelo, bro. Canelo don't do this. I promise you. You could say whatever, Canelo made a lot of money, he's popular, I get it. But Canelo cannot post no video that is a post and delete that is 2-3 seconds long, hit a little dance, and then go viral at this point in his career. Like, people probably wouldn't even repost it. But when Tank does it, it's like automatic news. Like, Tank, people know that he's good for the viewership. And what I want from you guys is let's make 2026 a perfect year in boxing. And we got to get away from the clout chasers. You have so many guys in boxing where, let's say the fighters, they'll have an upcoming fight, and I'm not even going to say no names because I don't believe a man should make his coin or garner attention by only mentioning another man. I don't respect that. I don't respect that behavior at all. So I'm not even going to say no names. But what happens is you get these guys that have an upcoming fight. Their fight is DOA, on arrival, right? Nobody's really talking about the fight, whether it's a good fight or a bad fight, whatever the case may be. Nobody is really talking about these fights, right? And I said I wasn't going to say names. Well, I'm going to say one name, Shakur Stevenson, right? Now, for the record, I don't think he said anything recently about Tank. I don't. He kind of seems like he's working for the Teofimo fight, but in the past he has. Look, dudes get on podcasts, name drop Gervonta's name when they want attention. What else is new? It's the same story. But the reason I'm bringing up Shakur is you are about to fight Teofimo Lopez, a known, respected name in the world of boxing, and nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about it. But boom, if Shakur did a podcast interview right now and didn't say nothing about Tio, but mentions Tank, I guarantee you he'll be in the news cycle. So what I'm asking for you, the fans, if you really love this sport, we got to move away from this stupid stuff. Let people, especially men, they got to stand on their own too. Either build your brand up, and credit to Ryan Garcia, because I don't care if you love him. I don't care if you hate him. People, oh, he's racist and stuff. I'm not even talking about that. What I am giving him credit for is, regardless of Tank, his whole identity is not in the orbit of Tank, meaning Ryan has found a way to connect with his audience or get posted to the point where he could get posted without, like, I'm talking about major brands. He could go viral by not mentioning Tank. And that's what your brand should be about. You shouldn't require like one person's name, and if I keep mentioning their name, then I'll get some attention. Like, oh, I'll beat Tank. Oh, Tank ain't this, Tank ain't that. And you got about probably like 4 or 5 plus dudes actively who are on that when it comes to Tank. Like, boom, Ryan's fight announcement. Good fight with Barrios. I'll be talking about on the channel. And World Star is posting it. So Ryan is kind of the exception. Somebody who's in the same like divisions or conversations as Tank that can actually go viral without having to mention Tank. These other dudes, it has to revolve around Tank. I'll beat Tank up. I want to fight Tank. Tank ain't this. Even Jake Paul went on a smear campaign. Like, to this day, I haven't heard no criminal charges for what he was accused of at all. But Jake Paul was like, oh, he a POS. He's a horrible person. He was late to the press conference and then went full Karen and started snitching on how bad of a person Tank is. And it's so funny because they only do this to black fighters, right? Where all these insults to incriminate him and make him look bad and talk about how horrible a person he is and stuff like that. And it's so funny that you can't change the culture. He still resonates with the culture because at the end of the day, people keep talking about him no matter what. It's like you're forced to talk about him. Max Kellerman got that week show, the Ring show or whatever, and they'll just randomly bring up Tank. Randomly. Oh, yeah, guys, but Tank, Paulie Malignaggi, randomly bringing up Tank. And I've already made this point, but in case you're new, it's funny to me at this point and comical if you really analyze it. When I'm speaking the truth and keeping it real, giving you receipts, people will say, oh, man, you're obsessed with Tank. Am I? Or are you obsessed with Tank? Because y'all bring him up for no reason. I don't. I'll let Tank do his thing. And I made this point, but the reality is Tank Davis ain't even really popped out most of 2025. He was kind of MIA. The only time he popped out was that Lamont Roach fight. And the Jake Paul press conference, which the fight didn't even end up happening because Jake Paul pulled the plug as soon as Tank had legal trouble. And yet and still, we're still hearing about this knee, right? Out of all the like weird occurrences and anomalies in boxing, like all the like bullshit and stuff, they're still talking about this knee as if this is the only like conversation or only abnormality that has happened in boxing, that they got to keep spinning it and keep replaying it over and over and over again. So do better. 2026, I want to get back to real boxing and really help the sport of boxing grow. And it's not going to come from these content creators with low value, low quality content, clout chasing. You know, the same dudes like Haniacs, there's a lot of Haniac content creators. They'll tell you Devin's the best. Devin's really fighting the competition that everyone wants. Oh, he was undisputed, youngest undisputed, right? This is what they feel. Oh, he's always taking a challenge. But nobody's really talking about Devin, right? The times where I've seen Devin kind of in the news cycle is Ryan dropping him, and when he got upset by Ryan, or a lot of it is negative, getting in carnival fights, his baby mama suing him, then want to switch to custody, then the Young Thug tape with the baby mama. I love you. I feel so bad. That's when Devin really goes viral. The Brian Norman, from a boxing perspective, that was a good performance. Good performance. I take nothing away from that. But you don't really see him frequently getting picked up by Hollywood Unlocked and Baller Alert or being talked about on the Joe Budden podcast or anything that is like adjacent to the culture. To be honest, Clarissa Shields, she's more being picked up by the media in her relationship with Papoose than a person like Devin Haney or Shakur, and definitely Keyshawn. You know what I mean? So it's like these dudes are like leeching off of Tank's brand. And I made this video to keep cementing the point that I've been telling you. Tank is news. You put his name in the news cycle, you're going to get some spins. You're going to get some hits. Point blank, period. These other dudes can't generate that interest. When Shakur is fighting an electrician, nobody really cares. Nobody's really talking about it. Nobody's like, oh, man, I'm looking forward to this fight. And he has a good fight with Teofimo, and I really have not heard a buzz. And I know people in the East Coast, and I just haven't heard an immense buzz. But Tank can post a video in a Morant jersey, right? And he might get traded from the Grizzlies, but he's posting a jersey video where he does a little dance, deletes it, people save the video to their phone, and then it just gets recycled and whatnot. That's different versus like even Jake Paul. Jake Paul got like a $40 million like property and ranch, and he did a whole tour like MTV Cribs showing his driveway and stuff. He got to do that to get picked up. And I kid you not, Tank doing his little 2-second post and delete dance. I've seen that being published and more people picking that up than Jake Paul, who just got his jaw broke with Joshua, and him riding around in a $40 million property. Tank don't even have to do nothing. Tank ain't showing you his cribs and his walk-in closet and all that. Like, all he did was some shimmy, and the world of boxing can't stop talking about it. And that's the truth. For more boxing news, there's a direct link in the description to subscribe. Check out some of my other content. 2026, I'm not going to let y'all down, and that's a guarantee. I guarantee it. Live streaming can be tough, which is why I use StreamYard. Click the link in the description for StreamYard, which is an awesome tool that enables you to set up your stream with ease of use. Get great results with live streaming. It's what I use. Stream to social media with ease with StreamYard. Live streaming is here to stay. Engage with your audience using StreamYard. Great way to reach out to your audience and connect. So you need a tool that can do that. If you're new to YouTube and you're struggling to get views, one tool I could provide to you is TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube over 10 years. I use TubeBuddy daily to crank out videos just like this one that you're watching. Learn how the pros do it with TubeBuddy. YouTube receives a lot of traffic, which also means a lot of creators, a lot of people putting out content. So you need to learn the ropes so you know how to separate yourself, especially if you're new, but even if you're a pro, use TubeBuddy. The link is in the description. Get more views, more subscribers, and a higher click-through rate, so ultimately you can realize all of your online goals. Use my affiliate link in the description and grow your channel fast.